Guys, hello, welcome to today's live stream. Right, do you know what? That's already annoying me today. I literally have just gone live, and like my PC's gone. We need a Windows update, restart, and it's like no. Screw that. We are not doing that. Well, we're not doing that today anyway. But yeah, welcome guys, welcome everybody to the live stream. The game is just loading up now, and yeah, there we go. Right, I've changed some graphical settings once again, and to be honest with you guys, right, I'm trying to get the Steam working. The Steam works again. I said that yesterday, and it just stopped working. Yeah, welcome everybody. How are we all doing? Hello. Right, I do need to just quickly click on there, and I do just quickly need to click on connect my TikTok chat. I did forget that in OBS. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Right, let's what are we doing? What are we doing? Right, there is something in the discount store. Let me just double check all this. I'm trying to remember where we were in the last episode. Right, it was only one of them. That is a really nice trailer, by the way, for £5,000. That is almost worth buying. Right. Oh god, my heating has kicked in the house today. My server has kicked in. It must be lower than 16.5. Right, so we have to quickly go into the following month, guys. We are going into April. We will just, yeah, we'll go to about 6, and then we'll have a little whirl in the shop, see how we are doing. That's good enough. I wasn't quite quick enough to stop. Oh, we've got rain once again, guys. We've got rain once again. Right, that's about to leave the shop. It's not the end of the world now. There is a round hay bale. That's only one, so it's not worth it. Road salt, only one. Wheat, 4 bags of wheat for £353. I'm telling you now, guys, right, we're going to buy that because that is really, really cheap. And when we can buy some land, I think that will work very well for us for some chickens, especially considering we won't have a harvester yet. Done that. Don't need that. That would be quite nice to have, but we don't have the rest. We don't have that. We can't afford that. Yeah, there we go. And like I say, guys, it's April and it's raining. It's absolutely miserable on the weather today. Going to double check the contracts. What have we got today? We have a dead wood and a wood transport, which is not great. Yeah, we can do that one. It's literally at the back of the shop. It's just up that hill there. We'll do that one just for a minute, just to earn a bit of money. And these dead wood guys, because of how, yeah, I think because of there we go. Right, we do fast travel to these contracts because they are only worth a measly £1,000. Right. Okay, right, there's a tree. I can see a tree already. So we are getting straight into it with some dead wood. We've got to start somewhere today. Not really sure how long the stream is going to be today, guys. The only thing I'm going to say is it is technically the Dragon Lady's day off today, but she does have some things to do this morning, so I'm kind of having a live stream while she's busy. Right, there's one. I am really concentrating right now so that we can find these. Right, so we are at 42%. We've done 3 trees. Let's just have a little go at this side. We do try and spread them out. Oh, this is where the jippos are. We are looking for the paint on the trees. There's 2. There's at least 2 there. Right, oh, this is all 3, guys. This is where all 3 of them are. There might be a 4th one somewhere. We'll soon find out. Do that. Right, we are looking for one more tree. Oh, we have just left the area though. Right, let's just do a little look around, see what we can find. How are we doing though, guys? Welcome to the stream, everybody. I see there's a couple of people hanging about in the different platforms. I do appreciate it, guys. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Right, I am looking for one last tree to chop down. And I can't find it just yet. There it is. It's right ahead of us down there. Wow. That is literally the opposite side of the area. Right, there we go. Right, that should be the contract done. And it is as quickly as that. We've made £1,000 today. We've basically just paid for the wheat. And this is what I'm looking for today, guys. We've got, well, there's another deadwood, but I don't really want to do that one just yet. We've got at least 3 fertilizing contracts, including a £6,000 one. So that is really, really good. That is what we were looking for. There's a ploughing, there's a... Wow. My office is getting very warm very quick. Wow. Give me 1 second, guys. I can override the heating. My heating comes on automatically if it drops below 16.5. But the problem is my office is dying. That's very strange. Right, I'm gonna have to look on the server to fix that. Apparently, strange. So yeah, so we've done some there. Let's try that again. We've got field 18, field 27, and field 45. I think, to be honest with you, depending on how much we've got in here, we don't. Right, so let's go in here and let's buy 2 more bags of fertilizer. Now we need the fertilizer so we can get these contracts done. We're gonna buy 2. Just to start with. We do already technically have them. We shouldn't, in theory, need all 2 bags. Well, all 2 bags shouldn't fit in here, to be honest. But I know it will all fit in here. So the idea is we have to go and do the 2 fertilizing contracts the furthest away. Now, ideally, we shouldn't be doing fertilizing contracts in this kind of weather. But we don't really have much of an option. We can't do anything about the lovely Scottish weather. I don't think I've ever been to Scotland and it hasn't rained. And I've been to Scotland like a lot in real life and different times of the year. And it's at least rained for half the time I've been there. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Scotland growing up. Where my dad had friends from Scotland, and we used to, like, they used to come down to us and stay with us, and we used to go up to them and stay with them and stuff. And yeah, we spent quite a bit of time up in Airdrie and Glasgow and Edinburgh ways and things like that. And yeah, honestly, it was, I don't think we ever stayed and it didn't at least rain for at least a quarter, if not a third of the time we were there. Maybe half is a bit too much to say, but yeah. Right, this is the field here, guys. £6,000. Now, we were hoping field 36 was going to come up into the shop, into the contract list, but it didn't. That's really, really sad, to be honest. We were really hoping it was going to come up. Right. I don't really know. Right, so we're going to do 1 headland. We're going to... Yep. Can we do... let's have a look. That's a little bit of a... Yeah. You know what? Screw it. We've got plenty of fertilizer. Yeah, I bought the 2 bags because we were coming down here. I weren't really sure how much this one contract was going to use. And to be honest, it's not using as much as I thought it was going to. Go on, get on there. There we go. How are we doing though, guys? Welcome to the stream. Hello, good morning. Are you showing up today, are you, pal? You showing up today, are you? I'll give you some stick. How are you doing, pal? Yeah, tried to go live a little bit earlier today. I was going to try and go live for 8 o'clock, but to be quite honest with you, my alarm went off, and I just turned it off and went back to sleep, and had another half an hour instead. What can I say, guys? I'm just lazy. I'm just lazy. It's a wet, miserable day today, where I am. It's actually exactly like the weather on this game. Wet. Ah. Well, we have chewed to 14% of this fertilizer already. This is why I filled it before I came up here. I just had an awful feeling that it was going to be needed to be filled. And I was right. I am, but weren't there supposed to be working going... Well, today I am just working my way through some contracts today. They're as per usual, but we have bought some new equipment since the last, since you were last there, dude. We have now bought a fertilizer spreader, as you can see. We've done some fertilizing contracts. Got a little bit of money in the bank. We've got a nice 20,000 litre trailer, which is also good to see. The steam was working this morning on the steam train, which once again was nice to see. Really? You're going to trigger it to the wrong line. There we go. Go on. Get up there. Yeah, steam. It was work. I literally, the first thing I did when I started the stream was we went and looked at the steam train. I know what's going to happen. Woo! I do believe that the steam train is breaking because I'm not sleeping. I believe, from the information I have read online, it can glitch out apparently when you like kind of skip the time too quickly, but I have to skip the time because we have nowhere to sleep. I was going to say that I have read that too. Yeah. Now, I can't guarantee that is exactly what the problem is. You know, I can only go by information that I can see, find and read. But I think, to be honest, it's a pretty good start. Right, we are 85% done on this contract already. It's lovely. Really? You keeps triggering to the wrong line today. Like, I only turn it on when we see the we see the correct line, and then it still triggers to the wrong one. That's twice now. Yeah, we've got some fertilizing to do today. It's nice to be doing these fertilizing contracts. Like I say, it just breaks up the kind of work we're doing. Have you messed up your tram line? It's a contract, dude. It is nothing to do with me. It is a contract. Can't mess up the contracts when I didn't... can't mess up the tram lines when I didn't do them. But yeah, sometimes it does feel that way, doesn't it? Right, let's cash that one in straight away. He can roll down the hill. Have we got any more fertilizing contracts going to pop up? Yes, we do. 47. Let's see if we can get that done as well. So we're going to 45 and 47. Nice. We might as well try and get these done while we're down here. Why not adjust the spreader to with your match? Because it's a contract that I want to do as quickly as possible. I don't have much intention. We just need to be earning money on this series so that we can buy a farm. Maybe the farmer should have put the tram lines to the spreader width that I have. Maybe the farmer messed up. Right, so we've got to go down here. We've got to go right at this junction here. Did we No, we did field work in 46 for the farmer, didn't we? Yes. We worked on field 46. So we've not actually been in 45 before. Not that I'm aware of. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, I see. No, I've never once said it was realistic. If it was realistic, dude, it would say that in the title. It does not. This is us just playing the game for a little bit of fun on a live stream. It would be titled realistic if we were playing realistic. Sorry, I'm new, just trying to understand. Well, there's no sorry about it, pal. It's just, you know, I've done realistic series in the past, and you know they go quite well. You know, this is more about trying to earn money so we can buy a farm. Once we buy a farm, the idea on this live stream series is to build the castle. But we need money in order to build the castle because we need land to be able to put the production somewhere to make the wooden beams. So it's meant to take about 6 in-game years to build the castle, and that's if you started straight away. We haven't even started yet. And yeah, I see it going. I don't want to say it's going wrong. It's just, you know, it's a slower start than planned. It's a slower start than planned. Right, that is field 45, flying through this. So yeah, but basically the idea is that by the time we get back to the shop, we should need some more fertilizer. And there is one fertilizing contract right by the shop. So that kind of gives us the perfect opportunity to refill the spreader. Right. Don't really need to have GPS on driving up this line, but we'll do it just for now. I'm back. Hello, Sea Farmer. Welcome back, dude. How are you doing, pal? Hope you're having a good day. It would appear the purple platform today might be getting overrun by the Dutch people once again. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. There we go. One more contract done. But yeah, this is vastly earning us some serious money now. We're gonna keep cashing these in as quickly as...
You just become best friends. Yup.
Dude. Did we just become best friends? Yeah. Dude. Thank you for that, man. Do appreciate that, dude. Thank you for the sub. It's alright. I use a universal chat that works like a multi-chat, but it doesn't actually tell me sometimes what the announcements are. So I'm literally just loading up the Twitch one. But yeah, dude, thank you so much for that, dude. I do appreciate that subscription. You can now watch advert free on that platform. Did you see the manual attachments are back? Yes, my friend. I am and ahhing about making a new realistic. Does anyone remember? Now, I've got quite a lot of new people, so I'm not expecting everybody to know about it. Did anybody see or watch my original roleplay series on YouTube? So now manual attach is back. It might be something I think about bringing it back. Like, we could do a let's play series on this map and do an actual like realistic series, build some extra farms around the map and stuff like that. It all depends on what time I can get to fit it in. That's the problem. So I'm not going to say we're definitely going to do it, but we might try and look at doing it. Right, let's drive all the way up to the top. I like to start now in the corners because we're going to end up with a lot of rows to do. I think it's easier to do it this way. Wow, that's not going to be many rows to do at all. But yeah, I did notice that that was released yesterday, pal. It was a nice little mod to see get released for 25. Considering 25 has been out for over a year, and that's only just been released. I am surprised it's taken so long. A lot of streamers use that mod. Yeah, I was expecting to see that mod released a bit earlier. Right, that is that part of this headland done. We are really making some money now. I think we've made about, well, we spent £3,800 on fertilizer. This is our third contract and we still haven't used it all. So yeah, we're making good profit now. The first contract alone was like £6,000. So yeah, we're making money now. We're making bang. That is what we do like to see. But yeah, we'll be working till about 6 PM in the evening, in the game time, or until it gets dark. Those are kind of the rules for the game day. $96, $97, $98, $99. There we go. One more contract. So we've got one contract left to do. We need to just get out in front of that bus though. I do not want to be stuck behind that bus. It's a race. Yes. You can wait for me, bus. I'm not waiting for you. That was good, that. I tell you what we might do, actually. No, we're going to have to let the bus go past, aren't we? Let's just pull to the side. Let's just cash that in. There might be another contract in this area, and we do still have 1,000 litres left. No, we don't. 700 litres left. So it's worth having a look in case there is another one. Field 16 is near the top. That's one of the fields we want to buy. That's another £3,000 contract. We can't... Yeah, field 36 has now appeared as a fertilizing contract, guys. We have been waiting for that contract to arrive in the job list. Yeah, we don't have enough fertilizer to go and do that contract as it is. We do need to go and buy a little bit more. Well, we have got a little bit more already over at the shop, but yeah, we do need to get that. The game is Farming Simulator 25, pal. Farming Simulator 25. Alright, let's go and buy a little bit more fertilizer. 700 litres isn't enough to do field 36. We are not far from field 36, but it's just not enough. 36 was a contract we cultivated yesterday. No, we didn't cultivate it. Sorry, we weeded it. And it takes quite a while, so yeah, we do need to be buying a little bit more fertilizer for that. I do believe there is a buy-in station somewhere on this map. I don't know if it includes fertilizer. Might just be a lime. I'm not 100% sure. We might have to find out at some point. But yeah, right now it is a trip back to the shop. I think, to be honest, we're going to buy another 2 bags. We've more than made enough money to pay for another 2 bags. And field 36 alone will pay for that. And we'll have spare cash. And there's still 2 more contracts after that in the fertilizer. This is why I bought the spreader yesterday. I knew there was going to be fertilizing contracts today. And that was the plan. Right, let's just go down here. Let's just buy a couple of bags. So, yep, straight into consumables, straight into solid fertilizer. We'll get that on there. We'll get that on there. Lovely jubbly. I'm trying to drive away. Yeah, I'm not even in my vehicle. Nothing new has come up in the discount shop. No, it has not. Right, £3,800 for the fertilizer, and yeah, we've got at least 10 grand's worth of contracts, so there's more than enough here. More than enough. Guys, this weekend the Dragon Lady is going away. She's taking her daughter away for a birthday weekend, and long story short, guys, I might be playing some games this weekend while the Dragon Lady's not here. So I don't know, I'm thinking maybe of having like a little SnowRunner stream, something like that, something multiplayer so people can join if they want to. Up to you, if you have the game. I don't have all the DLC, I've only got like the first 2 or 3 seasons. There is a season I haven't purchased, but yeah. I am thinking about a little bit of SnowRunner. Yo, Joseph, welcome to the TikTok stream. Hello. How you doing, buddy? Welcome back, dude. Welcome back. Welcome back. Party! Yeah, dude, I would throw a party, but one, I've still got my 2 boys with special needs at home, so that's not going to happen. And 2, the youngest boy is the biggest mummy's boy in the world. If I threw a party without her, he would grass me up because he's a little snitch. And the last thing I want to do is end up having to put him in a ditch. Right, field 36 coming up down here. I knew. Yeah, but dude, thank you so much for the sub. I do massively appreciate that, dude. And you do farming simulator. You can. You just have to be very careful on what mods you use, because like I have a lot of private mods, for example, so it means I couldn't use those private mods. I do have a farming simulator multiplayer server, by the way, guys. We are partnered with Very Games, so let's just give a shout out to Very Games for giving us a server to play on. We do push their business as often as we can, and to be quite honest with you guys, I have used multiple server companies for farming simulator on 22, and I did find Very Games to be the best one of the. I believe I tried 3 or 4 different ones, and to be honest, like I say, and not just because they give us a server, I genuinely used to pay for a Very Game server, and they came to me like, dude, you make some good content, you know, you want a free server? And I was like, yeah, of course I do. Here's me paying for one. But yeah, me and Mr. Flores from the Purple platform, we used to go halves on a platform, and we used to play a lot. Well, we used to stream about 8 hours a day on farming simulator. I don't believe I could do 8 hours a day anymore, just because I own a house now and I have stuff to do in that house all the time. I did buy a bit of a lemon. Have you got a sawmill? Yeah, I've got no sawmill, pal. I've no sawmill. I don't own any land whatsoever, so even if I had a sawmill, I'd have nowhere to put it. We are working towards that today, which is why we're doing a lot of contracts. Well, we're doing a lot of good paying contracts, so that we can hopefully try and buy a piece of land. We need approximately £100,000 for the smallest forestry area. If we can buy the forestry area, we can obviously start making, you know, we could do a couple of extra contracts, and then we could buy a small sawmill, and then we could start using the trees on that area for the castle build. That is the idea. We want to build a castle. We want to build a castle. But yeah, this might take quite a while. I hope we do it. I do believe when we get started with the sawmill and stuff, I do feel like we're just going to start flying through that. But yeah, we're not in a position yet to start that. We need £100,000. We don't have £100,000. And the only way to get £100,000 right now is to start doing these contracts. And that's what we've been doing, basically. Don't rush, New Holland. Don't rush in reverse, mate. Don't rush. I'm sure you could maybe go a little bit quicker in reverse than 7 miles an hour. Come on. If you're wondering, guys, yes, I am missing the... I am missing that outer one, just because it is not a full width. What is my favourite brand of tractor? To be honest with you guys, I don't. Ford, to be quite honest. I like the older Ford tractors. I like the old Leyland mod that I've got. Yeah, I'm an 80s kid, you know what I mean? When I was a kid and I liked tractors, like really liked to go to fields and see the tractors, you know, you saw like Fords and Leylands and stuff and things like that. So they're kind of like my favourite. They just kind of suck because, you know, they're not... I've got some really good Ford mods and Leyland mods, but I can't get the wetness to work on it. And it kind of ruins it. Right, this contract pays for the fertiliser and an extra couple of grand in the bank. And we've still got 2 more to go up by the shop. I'm hoping 30... to be honest, I'm hoping field 36 comes up again. As you can see, this is only fertilising stage number 1. So that does mean that it is going to need doing again. Again, you know... We're going to make a lot of money really quickly this time, and I do feel like it's a good thing because, well, to be honest, we need to buy land quickly. Right, we are looking for one more piece that we did leave on purpose. There it is. Could adjust the width, but I don't feel like I want to. I'm just feeling very... I'm feeling very lazy today, to be honest. I'm feeling very Dutch. I'm feeling very florist today. Feeling very lazy. There we go. Right, so that is field 36 done for the very first time. That was a good amount of money. We've also got 64% left. So we do have enough right now to do this field once again. And I'm just going to give it a minute because I do believe if we refresh the contracts, I do believe it may come up. Oh, we've definitely got another. I feel like 36 might just, yeah. See, 42's come up again. Did we do, no. We did 45, we didn't do 42. Wow, okay. Yeah, I am expecting field 36 to pop back up again, but I'd like to do it while I'm in the area, if I'm honest. Watch it, you! Sorry. There it is. I told you it was going to come back up again. It always does. Each fertilizing contract has to have 2 layers. And yeah, we can get it done now. We've already got it. Field 18 and field 16 are by the shop. Yo, my little Dutch friend. I was working on something yesterday. I kind of just want to show something that I've kind of been working on over the last couple... Well, I say last couple of years. I literally did it yesterday. I started learning how to do it yesterday, and I actually managed to do it. Don't worry if your name comes up saying you've been banned in the chat. I'm just doing a simulation of something that I've been working on in the background. So yeah, I've been working on a new ban. So if anyone gets banned in my chat, basically what happens is this happens. Oh, look at that. It came up saying the Dragon Lady was banned. How cool is that though? Sound effects, animations, in and out. That is pretty cool, but I can't believe that had to say the Dragon Lady got banned in it. It had to say the Dragon Lady. If you never see me once again, if you never see me again, guys, please note the Dragon Lady did kill me. The Dragon Lady has murdered me. But no, seriously, it's just a simulation. It does just pick a user at random. But how cool is that? Do you know what I mean? I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, managed to learn to do it. I did have a little bit of help with some things, but then I found obviously other items to make it better and a bit easier. And yeah, I just really enjoyed. I had a blast making that. Do you know what I mean? Yo, dude, thank you for the follow. Completely unaware on why that sound effect came up twice, but Why is that sound effect coming up twice? I've got no idea why that sound effect's coming up twice. That is really, really, really strange. Wow. Yeah, no idea. The sound effect is coming up twice. But yeah, guys, thank you for the follows. I do appreciate it. We've had a few new followers today. We've had a lot of people smashing the like button on the stream as well. I do appreciate that. Alex and Sea Farmer. Wow, Sea Farmer, how are you not already following me when you've literally been in the stream before? Right, let's have a public vote in the chat, guys. Do we ban Sea Farmer for being a member of the channel but never following before? I reckon we ban him. I do. No, seriously, I'm not that bad. I'm not Dutch. Oh, what a blast. What a blast. I feel like I'm losing my voice again today. Oh, God. My room is now on 20... Right, my room was on 14 degrees before I started streaming today. That's hence the heating kicking in. And it's now on 21. It's got to 21 in 36 minutes. Wow. No wonder I'm getting hot. I thought I'd done it yesterday. Yeah. Here we go, guys. Look at the excuses. Look at the excuses. Look at them excuses. Terrible, mate. Terrible. Right, I think we're going to try and do this a little bit of a different way, guys. So ignore the... Oh, what do you call it? Ignore the lines. Let's try and do this a slightly different way, just to try and not waste as much on the overspray if we can. I think that's a better way of doing it. Excuses, excuses. Yeah, that's already 80% and we've only done the one pass. That is definitely quicker doing it that way. Definitely. We can try and just... Ah! We've missed a bit. Wow, we've missed a lot. Terrible driving, guys. Terrible driving. Mr. Dutchman. Some new sound effects are available in the Channel Point Redemption. Been adding a load of new ones in for people for the interactiveness. So yeah. Did you know? Yes, dude. She told me I had to ban you, to be honest. She said I had to ban you for being mean and picking on people with short height. Whenever we start talking about height, Flo usually just appears, and to be quite honest, at 6'8" is just a bloody lurch. Right, I think we've got about half a pallet of fertilizer left. I think it is, we've only got 2 fertilizing contracts left right now anyway. There are a few other ones. I would like to see if the steam train is working the steam. Like I say, it was working when we first started on the stream today, but you know what it's like. It can be very hit and miss. Float's tiny, yeah. Only person I know at 6 foot bloody 8. Can't get over how tall he is, honestly. Swear to God, genuinely thought, you know. I knew Dutch people were like quite tall, but 6'8" is just no. Do you know what I mean? I believe. Well, my house is designed off a Victorian style house, but it's technically an Edwardian house. because that obviously, you know, Victoria wasn't queen when it was actually built. It was built just after her, but it was, you know, the Victorian design. He'd still have to duck to go under some of my doorways, and my doorways are massive. They're not Dutch massive, you know what I mean, but for English people, I can look him dead in the eye. Well, to be fair, not many people can. Right, that is the £6,000 for doing that contract. So we spent £3,840 on 2 bags of fertilizer, and we have made over £12,000 on 2 contracts. That is just awesome. There has to be a train coming up soon. The train is not on. Oh yes, the train is on the map, guys. I already know. Right, why do I get the feeling the steam is not working on the train? I don't know. I get a feeling it's not. If it is working though, guys, I know why it's not working when I had the previous display settings, which we will talk about. Oh look, there's the steam train. It literally worked before we slept. Yeah, so if I fast travel through the night, it loses the steam. That's what it is. Right, so we've got 18 up there, we've got 16 down here on the field. We're having a really good day today fertilizing, and I'm wondering if there's going to be any more. There is a deadwood contract, there's a couple of hoeing contracts. We could do liming now. These wood transport missions I want to start trying to do if it's possible. I'm not really sure what style tractor we... Ooh, that's nice. Let's just go into small tractors for a minute. What have we got front loader wise? We could... I mean, we could spend 16 grand. We already have the front load. We could spend 16 grand. That 18, so 18,000, 18 and a quarter thousand, and we could start doing the wood contracts. Right, let's go and do these 2 remaining fertilizing contracts. Let's go and do these. To be honest with you, we could do with going the back way. I'd rather go and do 16 first. I think 16's the bigger field. So if we go up here, we just got to take the first right. Yesterday I did 20 wood transport contracts. A couple were literally across the... Yes, that's why I want to do some of them. Some of them are quite far in distance, but some of them are not. NHL, hello. Welcome to the TikTok. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. How you doing, buddy? I have to go to work. Boo. Come on, guys. Put boo. Do you know what? I need boo as a sound effect, so we can go boo. Right, we're going to do that today. We're going to make a boo sound effect. We need a boo sound effect. Right, so we've got to follow this road round straight ahead, and then field 16 is coming up on the right. Boo. Oh dear. Ugh. I'm not even tired, guys. I just needed a yawn. I needed to like stretch my jaw. Are the sound effects at the text balloon on the bottom? Are the what? Are the what? Go into the speech bubble at the bottom of the chat, dude, and then it should give you a load of different options. Right, just give me 1 minute, just so if you go to the bottom, if you're watching on the phone, it's in the bottom left. It's like a little speech bubble. You just click on that. What you do is you then pick one of the random. So, for example, I'll do one. Power! Yes. Yes. You can't beat a bit of jezza. You can't beat a bit of jezza. Dude, because you are a subscriber, you can also, if you read in the Discord, give me 1 second. I'm gonna give you this information now. I did remember it, but then I forgot. But I do forget things because I'm just a bit of an idiot, to be honest. Since you are a subscriber on the purple platform, dude, if you do !fail, that is a subscriber only sound effect. Also, you can do !yo for a custom sound effect that only subscribers can use. Oh, no, not on TikTok, guys. Not on TikTok. Sorry, I am talking to the purple platform with that one. It is a... You don't understand? Right. So, because you are now a subscriber to the channel...
Yo, what's up?
You could use that sound effect using that command. Only subscribers can use it. Also, if we ever mess up in-game, you can also use... I do believe it's this one. There we go. Interactiveness, guys. Interactiveness. There you go. Yep, just works on command if you are a subscriber to the that platform. So yeah. You know, when you cock things up now, you know what I mean? It just, you know, interactiveness basically. And let's be fair, when we play SnowRunner, there will be some rolling. There will be some absolute colossal mistakes. And yeah, that's kind of what it's all about. I want to play with you. Everybody wants to play with me. I want to play with my wife, but she won't let me. At a sleep. We all can't get what we want. Oh dear. Sometimes I wonder why my wife hates me, and sometimes it's just blatantly obvious why she hates me, because I come out with stuff like that. That's why she's going on a weekend trip. Yeah, to be fair, dude, she is literally going to get away from me, probably. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. But then again, saying that, it gives me a break as well, because it means I am keeping an eye on her autistic ass. And I don't mean that in a horrible way, guys. She is absolutely lovely when she's asleep. That, my friends, is how you describe the Dragon Lady. She's absolutely lovely when she's asleep. Right, 85% on this contract, and we are nearly done. This has been very, this has been a very quick contract. We have definitely made some serious cash today. I am loving it. With you. Yeah, to be fair. There we go. Done. That was lovely, short and sweet. The next contract is just up the road. Let's get this one cashed in. Wow, is that saving already? Has that been 15 minutes already? I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to relog the game, and I want to see if the Steam train just randomly loses steam, or if it is literally because I skipped the time so quickly on a night. I kind of want to do it as a test, because if it stays working for the rest of the stream, then it, you know, it is guaranteed to be the reason, you know, why it breaks is we basically sleep through the night too quickly. Or is it a case of it just randomly stops working? I'm very tempted to find out. It'll literally take, like, I'll tell you what, it's going to take 2 minutes to do, guys. Let's just quickly do it. Let's just do it. I do genuinely think it is just because I sleep through the night too quickly. But I do also want to find out if that's true. Also, while I'm here on Kinlaig, I want to bring in my butcher's mod. So we can start to slaughter some animals. Wow. Do you play with a steering wheel? I do use a steering wheel, yes. It makes the game so much more fun. Yeah, it makes the game so much more fun. Right, don't mind me, guys. I've just accidentally clicked on something I shouldn't have done. There we go. Oh, yeah, it takes forever to load this game because I've got so many mods. I've got so many mods, it takes forever. What do you mean what on, dude? What do you mean what steering wheel? What, you know? I play PC and I use a Moser R5 steering wheel. And the reason I use a Moser steering wheel is because I want to get into a little bit of sim racing. Also, I like to play Euro Truck Simulator as well, and well, to be honest, it's nice to play Euro Truck Simulator. Right, we're going to just quickly go down here. Is the Steam working? So, right, guys, the Steam is now working after a relog. We will not be changing the start time to like 5,000 because we don't need to do that. So what we're going to do is like keep an eye on the Steam throughout the video stream. If it goes off randomly, then we know it's a game issue still, and if it doesn't go off, then we know it's me sleeping through the night too quickly. I have a Logitech G920. I used... Wow, dude. Thank you for the follow. Why is that sound effect coming through twice? It is very, very annoying. It's not annoying you follow me. It's just annoying that the sound effect for some reason comes up twice, and I don't understand why. I really don't understand why. Oh, I might know why, but I'm not going to be able to fix it until the end. Yes, I think I might know why. It's because of Twitch and TikTok using different screen caches. No. It all uses one notification. It's just... I think when the OBS triggers the sound effect because someone's followed, I do believe the software that runs the alert is also playing the sound effect through the headset, as you know, through the sound as well. It's kind of like doubling up, if that makes sense. I think that's the reason why, because one's also a fraction quicker than the other. I don't use TikTok Studio, guys. I don't use TikTok Studio for the TikTok streams. That's why. I have to use like a third-party notification supplier. And that's kind of half the reason why I think it's happening. But I've basically just got to mute one of them. I think that's the easiest way, is just to basically mute one of them, and that should probably fix the overall problem. Right, that is 2 more contracts done. Let's cash these bad boys in, and there is another £2,600. We've still got 20% left as well. That is brilliant. Honestly, that is brilliant. Where's Flo? I don't know, dude. Mr. Flo does run his own business. So he some days he's here all day, some days you don't see him for like a week. Yeah, he's just a bit of a douche, to be honest. Right, let me just go on to multi-stream alerts. Ah, here we go. If I go onto my multi-stream chat, this works TikTok. So that works TikTok. Yes, there we go. There we go. There we go. Right, guys, I found the problem. I just need to jump to a different screen. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Do believe if I go on to no, that's the alert. If I go on to the chat, I've just got to copy the web address. I need to load up my settings onto the browser version. Not there, not there. Yes, there. Not there, not there, not there, not there. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Yes, there. Yes, there. Yes, there. Yes, there. Right, there. There. Dude, thank you for the likes. I do appreciate it, dude. Yeah, we've got TikTok enable support there. New followers. So we don't get that in the chat, but it also won't give the sound in the chat. I do believe that might have just fixed it. We've done that. Right, so all I can do is click that, go back onto there, go onto there and click OK. And then we jump back into game. I've got to close that page down. Right, so hopefully, if anyone is on TikTok and wants to just do me a favor, drop me a follow. Just even if you don't want to follow the channel, just drop me it for now. Oh look, guys, the steam train stopped steaming. Literally. There you go, guys. The steam train stopped steaming when it went out of the map and back in. Nice timing. Nice timing, to be fair. Followed the whole... Yeah, but dude, if you already followed me... Right, so what have we got to do today then? Right, so we've run out of fertilizing contracts. That sucks. Please give me some fertilizing contracts. I need more. We literally have the... Wow. This is just redoing the same field over and over again. Every 2 minutes. We'll do that deadwood contract just to break it up a little bit. Right, so let's go back to where we were. I don't want to do double spread, dude, because it's a contract. I'm quite happy doing it twice, mate. I'm trying to earn enough money to buy a piece of land. I'm more than happy doing it this way. We just need to make sure we have enough fertilizer to actually finish the field. I do believe we will. I do believe we will. Yeah, so the steam train just seems to stop steaming every time it goes out of the map, which just, to be honest, just sucks. At least we now know we don't have to be dealing with it anymore. You know, we'll just ignore it. There's nothing we can do if the steam train keeps breaking. I just like steam trains in general, do you know what I mean? It would have been nice to... Like, imagine working in a field nearby and you know the train's there because you can see the smoke. Or, in this case, the steam. Right, we've got to be careful here, guys. We are slowly running out of fertilizer. I do think we will have enough. But, yeah, we've used quite a bit of fertilizer to do this. I'm just trying to follow the old tram lines, to be honest. My own lines from the last time we did this contract. It kind of pretty much tells us where we're going. And, yeah, there. If we go this way, this should just about finish this contract. 96, 97, 98, 99, and we are done. There we go. So yeah, it sucks that we've had to do the same contracts twice in a row, but we will not have to fertilize any of these fields again. That is it. The fertilizing is only done twice in each field, and that is it. So what we have to do now, we have to go back to the farm. No, we don't. We have to go back to the store. We don't have a farm. That's the problem. And we have a deadwood contract we need to do. It's worth about £1,500. It's not bad. It's not bad. I've gone the wrong way. Have I? I think I've gone the wrong way. I'm getting lost. Nope, that is also the way to the shop. I wasn't going the wrong way. I'm just... You know what? I'm an idiot. I'm literally an idiot. Yeah, same happened to me with the train. Yeah, it's a weird one. Like I said, the steam just breaks every time it just goes off. I can't do anything about it. I've tried to fix it. We've tried different graphical settings. It just breaks. Right, we are now up to £36,000. That is huge. If we can carry on earning money the way we have made money today, we won't be farmless for long. Although saying that, I don't know what to do, guys. Do we buy the farm first, or do we buy the wooded area? That's the problem. The wooded area kind of makes us earn a bit of money from the planks. I know it won't be quick, but it does. Right, I don't think... Yeah, we've got no more bags of fertilizer, so... Let's just leave that there for a minute. Let's just glide over to here, and we are looking for... Let's start on the edge. And we'll go looking for the... It's split over two. Okay. Right, we are on the outside. I'm trying to get the angle where we can actually see the spray paint on the trees. I know they only work a certain angle. And to be quite honest, I'm not seeing any of them. I always forget what the dead trees look like, and that is like a really big issue on my part, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I was on the right angle, there just wasn't any. Right, let's go over here and let's start chopping. It's a little bit more money in the bank anyway. Wow, there's 10 trees in this one, guys. 10 trees. 10 trees. It'll take a long time with the farm. You have loads more options. I don't know, pal, because if you buy the... if you buy cow and do the milk, it also gives us somewhere to store the sawmill. It's like a catch-22, do you know what I mean? There's good and bad for both parts. Gotta be careful. I could accidentally delete a tree rather than actually chopping it. Downside to the lumberjack mod. Aha, there it is. I couldn't see it for looking, and it was hiding behind another tree. There we go. That is That is super duper quick. Job done. Right, let's cash that contract in for doing that one. Let's cash the woodland job in for doing that one. Right, what else can we do today? We are basically just absolutely flying through these jobs. And I really don't care either. We are making £300 for deadwood, really. We could go do some weeding. We've got field 1. That is a good amount of money as well, actually. I'll tell you what, let's accept that contract. Another £5,000 in the bank. Cultivating contract. We will accept that because I tell you the reason why, guys. We need to buy a new cultivator. Just a tip, all the paint marks are on the south side of the trees. Ah, see, that's a piece of information I didn't know. Yeah, honestly, I didn't know it was on the south side. Why is it on the south side and not the north? Is it because southerners don't know what a dead tree looks like, or the northerners do? Oh, I'm calling it. Right, so this is not really going to make us much money here, guys. The whole plan with this is just to buy a bigger cultivator. So we're going to do this cultivating job, and the whole point of it is to basically help us fund the new... That's not a bad trailer, that. Yeah, the whole point of doing this cultivating contract today is so we can buy the bigger cultivator. And we can just go straight in at 8.3 meters wide. So we've spent 9.25 grand on a new cultivator. But we have just made our cultivator more than, oh no, almost double in weight. And that's what I wanted. Right, let's go do field number 1 first. We need to turn... Right, so we need to head towards field... this way. Then we need to head this way. Right, 1, 2... We need the third right. We need to set the third right. Oh, God. Sound a bit German there. We need to set the third right. I'm sure some people will not like my humour, but guess what? I don't care. Whew. Oh, that is 2, and this is the third turning right. We now have to... I wasn't looking, I was too busy looking at the mini-map. I do like your humour. I tell you one thing, dude. I'll always say this on the purple platform. That highlight my message, I do think it's quite cool. Like, you know, it comes in a little box. It kind of colour codes it. But I kind of read every message somebody puts out anyway. As long as it's not offensive or, you know, going to cause any problems. I do technically read out all the comments. I don't have enough viewers to not read their comments, so if somebody ever put a comment and I didn't read it, it's a genuine case of I haven't just seen it yet, or, you know, like I say, unless it's something offensive. Right, let's get this hoeing contract done. At least we have weeds in this field, guys. We did weeding contracts in the last live stream and we didn't even have any weeds in half of them. It was ridiculous. That reminds me, let's just do this. Let's do this. We need to have 3 headlands all the time, because we need the turning circle. We need to have the turning circle. Ugh. Yeah, it's my daughter's birthday in a few days, and the day after her birthday, I will start annoying the house, being like, it's my birthday next, my birthday next. My birthday is just a couple of weeks after the daughters, and but I don't start saying that and start annoying her until she's had her birthday. She does it after her little brother's birthday. She starts like that. Do you know what I mean? It's our biggest problem is the Dragon Lady. She's the only summer child, the summer person in the house, and she gets to say it from like January to July, and it's like she gets very annoying with it. Like I get a couple of weeks. The daughter gets nearly a month. You know, my eldest lad, he gets about a month. Just over a month. But the Dragon Lady, she gets like 6 months. It'll be like, it's my birthday next, it's my birthday, and she's so bloody annoying with it. She's just, to be honest, she's just annoying in general. But to be honest, I also wouldn't have her any other way. She's my kind of annoying. With the bloody autism and stuff. She's a character, is what I'm gonna say. She's a character. Right, let's get this done. This is now one headland down nearly. Your words, yeah, honestly. She's a special kind of person, and she's specially annoying. That's why I use the word special kind of person. She's specially annoying. But yeah, she can't help it. You know what I mean? Actually, there's 3 autistics in my house, and she's the most annoying of them all. But she's had 41.5 years to master that skill. Yeah, I need to stop doing that. We need to... I've got to remember I'm using GPS, guys. Autism rules. It really does. You know what? I've got 3 autistic people in my house, and you know what? None of them are remotely the same. It is fantastic. My eldest lad, though, is a little bit... You don't know what kind of day you're going to have with him until he kind of gets up. But it can be a little bit challenging, that one, but since we've moved and we bought this new house, things are a lot easier. Everything is within the ability now of him learning to do it all for himself. Where before we kind of like lived in the middle of nowhere and it couldn't be done. Someone had to always do something with him. You know, we used to live in a, like, I don't want to say like a rough area, because it wasn't rough for us. But if he ever went out on his own, let's just say the thugs of the estate would tag it, you know what I mean, and it would lead to other problems and stuff. Where we've kind of moved to like a very nice area now, and honestly, it's just, he can just do so much more stuff for himself. Guys, we have a trailer come up in the shop. Do you know the worst thing about this? We haven't even used our trailer. It's the trailer I want to buy for this series. If we didn't buy the previous trailer, we could have bought that. I can buy it now, but we'd have no money. No, we can't buy it. It's only worth 7,500. No, do you know what? That's annoying. That's the trick. It's not worth it, pal. We paid like 19 for it. It's only worth 7.5 now. Maybe a bit more if you actually deliver it to the shop, but... yeah, we're gonna have to maybe wait for that to come up in the shop again. That's a little bit gut-wrenching, to be honest. I've literally been waiting for that to come up in the shop, and it never did. That's why we bought the other trailer. No, it's annoying. And if we buy it and we use up all the money, all the work we've done today to buy the land is gone out the window. But it's like hard to justify it. Don't mind me. I'm trying to open a new ice cold drink. While trying to steer and work GPS all with one hand. And no, they're not on the same controller. Yeah, I have the Farm Sims, the Farm Tech side panel, and I have the Farm Stick as well. So I'm trying to use both of them and steer and work, you know, for the GPS buttons, all while trying to also open a nice ice cold can. That is what I don't like on the G920. I still have to use my controller to... Yeah, to be honest, mate, it's how I have it. It's just, I have the button set up on the steering wheel for certain things, but then I have the side panel, so I don't have to reach for the keyboard. I don't have to, like, lean over the steering wheel, basically. But I do use the side panel more than the farm stick, to be honest. But I've had it longer, you know what I mean? It's easy to use. I use an Elgato Stream. Yeah, I've got a Stream Deck as well, but I use the Stream Deck for running the... You know, like the stream for the ability to clip and change the pages and mute the mics and things like that. So I have that. Yeah, I have multiple pages on the Stream Deck, but when I'm streaming, I just leave it on the streaming stuff so that everything is like to hand. That way I can just go douche, done. 15 button one. Yeah, I've only got the 15 button one. I do have a Fire tablet, and I have a piece of software on it called Touch Portal, which I can run basically like a Stream Deck. To be honest, since I got my new office, I haven't set that up, and I should do it really, because I can use the same thing for sim racing. I can use it as a sim racing digital screen, so I should get that set up really. I got the pro version of it as well, and to be honest with you, it is definitely worth like the 12 quid. I think it was 12 quid when I got it. No, I didn't. I think I paid $9.99. I got it on a deal on the Google store. But yeah, it works wonders, to be honest. I just haven't set it up. But I've got a bit of work to do in my office building wise, so I don't want to go too mental with it. It's half the reason I'm not sim racing yet. I don't want to get a sim rig until I've got my my office completely done. I've got an external wall that's very cold, so I need to take down that wall on the inside, and because it's only got like a fake wall on like the inside to separate from the brick. But there's no insulation between the two, and I do want to take that down. I want to get it insulated so it's warmer, and then obviously I want to re-plasterboard it. And obviously, as you can imagine, that's a very dusty job. So the more computer stuff I've got out and in the way, the harder and the longer it'll take. Because it'll be a couple of days without streaming to do the wall in general. Well, we are getting through this job, guys. It's not as quick as the fertilising jobs, but we are nearly... Well, we're 43% through this job. I don't think that is too bad at all. I have the testing dashboard app for my tablet. Yeah. Yeah, I might have that as well. But you want to look into the Touch Portal on on the tablet. It's a really good app. I don't know if it's on iOS. I don't do iOS. I only run Android. But I have a Fire tablet for it. I didn't get the Fire tablet for it. I already had the Fire tablet and I didn't really use it. And I was like, well, if I buy that, you know, it gives it a use. Touch Portal. All one word. Touchportal. I do believe I just spelled that right. It wouldn't surprise me if I haven't. Yeah, it's a cracking app. You can do macros through it. You can get games. You can run OBS through it. You can run. There's just loads. Basically, and people make like the apps and the plugins and stuff for it. It's a wicked app. But for the price you pay, it's a very small stream deck. And if you don't have a stream deck right now, bear in mind Black Friday is about to happen, you can pick up a Fire tablet, even a big one, for like 60-70 quid on the Black Friday deals for the big ones. Or you can buy the small one for like 35-40 quid. And you basically end up with a glorified stream deck. It's brilliant. It is one of the best pieces. And like I said, I haven't got mine fully set up and working now. But what I'm thinking is when I get my sim rig set up, I'm not going to be able to have my stream deck on the sim rig. But I could buy a mount for that screen and I could run all my streaming from the sim rig. Then I don't have to keep getting out of the chair to do stuff. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Also, I could use it to, you know, run the stream, run the sim racing digital screen and stuff. So yeah, it's got multiple uses, and I use it on ATS and ETS as well. I used it, you know, for buttons for like the windows up and down and lights on and off and things like that. You can color code them, so like your lights are like say a black button, and when you turn them on they go to say a blue or a green. But you know, you can custom color it. But you know, just as an example, you could set it to green and then you could put the main beam to blue, and then you know if they're on by looking at the tablet. It is a wicked app for the price you pay. There is a free version, but you are limited to like how many pages and buttons you can use. But yeah, try the free one if you think, yeah, that is really cool. Like I say, I've got the pro version and I think it is worth every single penny. You dude, happy Friday, Matt. Hello, happy Friday, Alex. Unless you're not in Friday, you know. You could be in a part of the world that's in a different day. And I'm just saying, you could be. I don't think there is another part of the world in a different day, but there could be. But yes, hello, welcome everybody, welcome. I do appreciate the conversation today, guys. Welcome. We are having loads of chitty chat today. UK, bud? Yes, yeah, but whereabouts in the UK, dude? North, south? You don't have to actually put where you are, but are you north? Are you south? Bear in mind, anything south of Filey is classed as a south to me. Just want to point that out. North York. Oh, dude! A fellow North Yorkie. Hello! Yes, same here. Hello. Woohoo! See, more people from my neck of the woods. I'm from the Netherlands. I know where you're from. You're from the Netherlands. You're like, you're the big friendly giant. That's true. Anything further than Filey is out. Right, I need to ask you now, dude, where are you from? Because this is quite scary. The fact you're agreeing with me kind of tells me you might be roughly in the same place as me. Do you know what, right? I was once streaming on a platform called D-Live about 5 years ago. And I was chatting to this guy in someone else's stream. I wasn't live. I was just in there. And it turned out the guy lived literally 5 houses away from me. Literally 5 houses away from me. And there we were having chat and banter. And he was like, oh, I've got to go. There's police outside my house. I want to go be nosy. And I was like, oh, I've got police outside my house. What the hell? You know, because obviously I used to live on an estate like. And yeah, he literally lived 5 doors from me. It was crazy. I'm from Skipton, bud. I'm from the... Fair enough, dude. Yeah, you are technically from North Yorkshire, but you... come on. You're kind of northwest. You're kind of northwest. I'm from the coast. I'm from the coastal, hence why I said Filey. Oh, which is why I said if you're any further south than Filey, you're just a southerner. People don't like it when I say that, but it's freaking true. It's freaking true. But yeah, actually, believe it or not, he is quite close to me, but he is as far away from me in the northern part of Yorkshire as you can get. That's just crazy. How can he be so close yet so far away all at the same time? I'm on the north border to the west. I see the border. Here we go. This is where he's basically a Wessie, but he's trying to pretend he's a northerner. That's what it is. Not a shout loud enough. I love it. I love it. He's from Emmerdale country. Right. Let's get this next row done. Ah. That was an interesting bit of conversation. I genuinely thought the way he was talking, he was going to be like from the same town as me. No one agrees with me. Like, if someone agrees, like, if you're further south than Filey, you know, you've got to be in the area, do you know what I mean? And, like, relatively close. And, yeah, he is close, but he's also as far away as possible in the same county. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Thickest Yorkshire accent you'll hear. I'm like... Yeah, to be honest, mate, I don't sound as Yorkshire as my wife. My wife is basically Mrs. Clarkson. Do you know what I mean? When she's, you know, won't it go? You know what I mean? My wife talks like that constant. Oh my god. Sometimes my wife talks and I don't fucking understand her. Honestly. Oh. Yeah, the Dragon Lady's accent is proper just... Won't it go? I won't mind, but I'm Yorkshire born and bred. But yeah, I don't sound remotely like a... Oh yeah. How we diddling? How we diddling? Yeah. She scares me sometimes because you can have a conversation with her and I genuinely don't have a clue what she's saying. You sound English to me. Yeah, but yeah. This is it. To some people, it's like, you all just sound English to me, and yet, you know, you've got like Scouse, Geordie, Manx, Birmingham. You know, then you've got your Cockney. Alright, geezer. And then you've got my wife who, yeah. And then you've got Scottish, but that's technically not English, but you know, they do speak English. Just the accent is just so different. Oh, you need a conversation with my wife. She'll understand you. When I do Cockney, I turn into Ronnie Cray. I know it's all different dialect over here too. I'm from the south, and a Brabander. Is that how you pronounce that? Brabander. I get very easily tongue-tied with words. Right, we're at 92% on this field, guys. This has been the longest contract we've done all day. And to be honest, it doesn't pay as well as some of the contracts we have done today. Rabanda. Fair enough. I'm still waiting for Flo Dude to give me a job. He's got his own business. He knows I'm looking for work at the moment. Well, I'm looking for better paying work. And yeah, he told me he'd hire me, but I'd have to learn Dutch. But I told him that everyone that in his company should learn English for international relations. He just laughed at me. It's easy. To be honest, I'm going to agree that learning Dutch is relatively easy. And I tell you the reason why. Every second word that Flo speaks in Dutch is the C-U-N-T word. But then again, he's just foul-mouthed, to be honest. Even in Dutch, he uses that word. Yeah, to be fair, I did always want to learn German at school, but when we were at school, we had to learn French. Who the hell? And I'm not good, right? Do you know what? If you're watching the stream and you are French, it's not a personal dig at you personally, but who the hell wants to learn French? I did German. Yeah, I didn't, you know, but I was at school like 20 odd years ago. I left 20 odd years ago. Oh, God. Actually, I left school nearly 20. I left school at 16. I'm trying to do the math here, guys. 20. Wow, I left school a quarter of a century ago, guys. Wow. Wow, I left school a quarter of a century ago. Hey! Am I old? I don't know, you tell me. Right, that is both of those. No, it's only one of those contracts. So we have to do the cultivating now. That's not going to take long to cultivate, by the way, guys. You know what? I am well into the hoeing at the moment. And we're not far from that one. Field 4 needs hoeing as well. We are right next to that one. I know this is us doing a lot of the same contracts again, guys. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. There is a fertilizing contract. Look at that money. We are going to earn some serious money today. I do just hope, yes, it is. The gate is right there next to me. Went into the German teacher's lesson. Dress up as the man from Austria for World Book Day. Wow, dude. Wow, you went full German. You went full German, dude. You went full German. I don't know what that word is, dude. And I kind of don't want to read it in case it's something offensive. Yeah, I didn't really want to do like this field, but yeah, we can't pass up on these kind of jobs, really, to be honest. She wasn't pleased, dyed my hair and everything. Dude, did you have the hair slicked over in the side pattern and everything? Blue contact. Wow, dude, you went full Prince Harry. Oh, aye. I love that. I went full Prince Harry. I left school in the previous century. I just entered the current century for leaving school. Dude, thank you for sharing the live, my friend. That should have come up with a notification. I'm surprised it didn't. Yeah, dude, thank you for sharing the stream. I've just completely and utterly missed my line there because I was too busy reading the chats. Right, I do believe we've only got the 2 headlands on this one. It might be a little bit short on the turning circle. You can't use your phone while driving. Yeah, dude, I can't even read chat while I'm driving. I suppose that's one good thing about the GPS. Yeah, guys, thank you for liking the stream as well. Right, I have got nearly this done. Kind of not got some tidy edges on this one, but as long as we can get it completed. I'd like to get the farm very soon, but don't forget, guys, we were thinking about maybe trying to get the money together to buy the harvester again. We are looking about 2 months time. We should start harvesting some root crops. They're not necessarily the best money for the root crops, but you do get a pretty good good amount of root crop, you know what I mean? Did someone say band? To be fair, dude, I do love my new band animation. Well worth it. It took me less than an hour. It took me longer to figure out how to do it than it did to actually make it. You know what I mean? That's like the craziest part about it. Right, something has come up in the discount store, guys. We are going looking just in case it's something useful. To be fair with you guys, that is something very useful. We have the power to pull it. It's wide enough to just smash out all them contracts, but we don't have that kind of income. That is really gutting. Really gutting, to be honest, to not have that kind of income to buy it. Oh, wow. That is going to be us 50% done now on this contract. So yeah, we are proper flying through this job now. That is the main outcome of this, is to make as much money today as possible. Like I say, we're leaving the game on ×5. We will just play and earn as much as we can. We're gonna play till it basically gets dark. Or 6 o'clock. So for example, in the winter months, you know, we'll be playing in the dark because it won't be 6. But like in summer, you know, the streams will be a bit longer when it's the summer months, just because it's going to be a little bit easier to see and easier to play. Right, let's get that on there. Yeah. So this weekend, guys, hoping to maybe get some SnowRunner streams in. I think SnowRunner might do farming. It depends what I wake up and I want to play, to be honest. There's no football on this weekend. There's no racing on this weekend. So there's no Dragon Lady this weekend. So might as well just play some games. But the good thing is with SnowRunner is it's a very easy co-op game. You know what I mean? And it's cross-play as well, which is one of the reasons why I do like it as a multi, you know, as a streaming game. I know you can only add like 3 people in with you, but it does make it co-op and cross-play. Right, we are now at 67%. That is crazy. I feel like this field's taking longer than the big one we were doing. Like, I've got loads of contracts I want to get through quite quickly, but field 37 hoeing contract is going to be quite a big job. It is a relatively big field down there. And I feel like this one's now, you know, when we were doing the headlands, the percentage just went up really quickly. Now it just feels like, come on, why are we still on 70%? It just feels a bit slow. We can't literally go any quicker. It's 12 mile an hour as well. Do you know what I mean? We are literally working as quickly as humanly possible. %. Each row, I suppose, is actually quite a lot. I'm just eager to go do the big jobs. The big jobs pay more. I know they take longer, but it's nice to see the bank balance really hit the bigger amounts when we cash them in. Lovely. Right, I do think we might just about finish this contract on the way up this one. We only need 7%, 6%. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! Hey up, we've just got an achievement. What do you mean, take care of my... I couldn't read it quick enough. I could not read it quick enough before it disappeared. Right, so that is one job down. So we need to figure out that 37 is go all the way down to the main road and then follow the road all the way down. Okie dokie. And that should give us the last hoeing contract. I'm hoping there's enough time to do all these contracts. I do think there should be, but you know, you never know. The cultivating contract and the fertilizing, to be honest, shouldn't take long. It'll take longer to get from field 37 to the shop to pick up the cultivator and the fertilizing shredders than it probably will to do with those contracts combined. That's the idea anyway. But we'll do it. We'll get there. Wow. It is such a long way down to this field. I tell you what, we bought this tractor with 1 hour exactly on the clock. We are now at 6.9 hours on the New Holland. It is still running like a dream. Thank you. Oh, we got another one of these invisible weeds. We have another invisible weed. Right, let's zoom out so it's a little bit better view on TikTok. I do like it when the TikTok viewers get a little bit extra viewing angle. Right. It helps, Matt, if you lower the implement. Wow, that is just ridiculous. I swear my farming's getting worse as the stream goes on. Apparently I didn't turn GPS on. Trust me guys, I am a pro. Sometimes. Wow. Really? Really? How toxic are you? Yeah. Oh. Wow. Thought we were friends, dude. Right, 8%. Yeah, this is a good paying contract. Oh, I tell you what, actually. Yeah, it wasn't. What the last one wasn't the biggest paying contract. 2,165 quid. Right, we are now moving along here nicely. It is looking very, very good. Ah, why does GPS keep selecting the wrong one? Why does GPS keep selecting the wrong one? Like, it wasn't even highlighted, and then I selected it, and it was like, boom. Just, you know, we're going to pick the wrong one. Dude, thank you for the follow. Right. Yeah, that is about 3 or 4 times now we've been on a row and it just randomly picks a completely different line. Like, come on. The game is literally bullying me. Are you sure you want to go on that line, Tractor? Are you sure you don't want to go on one in the middle of the field? Douche. Douche. Yeah, it's just horrible. I don't normally use GPS, but I'm trying to, when I've got a field, when I'm doing a weeding contract with no weeds, I kind of have to use GPS because otherwise I'll just have a stupid overlap. You know, because otherwise, yeah. Because apparently this is stage 2 weeds, apparently, hoeing. So, and as you can see, the field's full of them. Oh yeah, I've got to use GPS, but yeah, it just randomly picks. It just does what it wants. Just does what it wants. I know I'm colorblind, but are they brown? Do you know what, dude? You know what? Yeah, they maybe are. I personally thought they were just invisible. I did just genuinely just think they were invisible. Come on. See, I went slowly then, just so I didn't get the wrong line. I tell you what though, 2 headlands, nearly 30% done on a field. That's not too shabby. It's not too shabby in the slightest. So we have invisible weeds. We have invisible train smoke. That's no use to us. Everything I want, I can't justify buying because we need to buy this farm. We've been in this game for nearly a year and we still don't have a farm. It's been a very long year contracting for other people. Granted though, we have bought some fantastic equipment in the discount shop. Not actually that bad. Yeah, I do think the invisible weeds just makes it hard to tell where you've been. As per usual, I like my Leyland tractor on FS25. Downside is it's got less than 100 brake horsepower. Or if you go for the 100 version, you do have 100 brake horsepower. But I do still like my Leylands. Still like the Fords. But I've got to be honest, I'm liking this New Holland just for the fact that it's like £108,000 brand new. It's so cheap to buy, and it's got fantastic brake horsepower. It's just... yeah, it just does the job. This was probably the best buy in the discount store we've had. Right, let's go all the way to the end so we can get the next row. We don't want to be missing any, do we? I'd pick up the implement, but I really can't be bothered. Still gonna, it's still gonna do the weeding no matter what. Missed a little bit there just on that turn, but again, that's fine. You do get a little bit of a leeway, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, you were gonna go on the wrong one. Each road's gonna get slightly bigger and all, which is quite good. There we go. But that is some tyre marks in it. Just state of them. Absolutely horrible. Right, I've got to add to my to-do list today. I really need to build my new gaming chair today. I really do. I've had it like 5 months and I still haven't built it, and I'm currently sat on a pillow in my broken one. Yo, dude, thank you for the follow. No. Right, we are... Whoa, we're nearly halfway through this field, and what is... Does anyone remember how much this contract was paying? I want to say it's about 4.5 grand, I think. But that's the difference. This field is 4.5 grand. We've done fertilising contracts today, smaller than this, and we were paid more. Now, I know technically you have to buy fertiliser, but you know what I mean? It didn't use much. Hello there. Oh, dude, it didn't work for you. Why did that not work for you? Why did that not work for you? Why did that not work? I see. That's weird, dude. That might be a bug with that sound. I can double check it after stream. That should work. You are a subscriber. That should work. Interesting. Oh, did the train go past? I was too busy looking at why that sound effect didn't work. Strange. Yeah, very strange. Might need to adjust something. We'll get it working eventually. We always do. When we ever come across a bug, we soon get it working. Right, we are now at 55% done through this contract. As I say, guys, if you are wondering why I do say what percentage we're on, if you can see it, if you're watching on one of the other platforms, the people on TikTok don't see like the list of like contracts and the percentages. I do like to kind of just, you know, kind of just my way of keeping people informed, really, of whereabouts we are in the job. We are currently at 56%. Yeah, I'll get it fixed, dude. I'll get it fixed. I need to adjust the amount it is. It should work on command. Ugh. I could look now, but it would mean stop playing the game. Do you know what I mean? So it's just as easy to. We're only going to play till like 6 PM / darkness in the game, so we're not overly far from maybe like the end. It's just coming up to 3:30 in game. Yeah, we definitely got enough time to get the remaining contracts done anyway. We have earned probably the most amount of money today, and today is the one day we haven't lowered the in-game time. And we've the fertilizing contracts just, yeah, wow. We made an absolute fortune off them today, and that is that's the main thing. It's all about earning the money. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Nice. $67%. I do like these bigger contracts, I really do. I know, like, you kind of were just working in the same field a lot because it takes a while to do, but these long, nice... These are the fields I feel GPS was made for. Not the small, tiny ones where it's really annoying, but these were the massive, long straights for the working... Yeah, GPS was made for these. In fairness, if I turn cruise control on, I don't even need to touch my pedals. I could almost steer and do this field without doing anything. But I feel like that's cheating a little bit. Even though I know it is part of the game, I still feel like it's cheating a little bit. Right, there we go. Yeah, so we have spent a bit of money today. We sold our cultivator. We got about £500 back for it. But we did spend 9 grand on a new cultivator. It's not really something I wanted to maybe spend that amount of money on. But considering it gave us a cultivating contract, that's already going to half pay for itself. So, you know, then by the time... harvest season's over and we are now cultivating at 8 meters wide, it's just gonna, it makes sense to buy it. It makes the sense to buy it, and then future cultivating is going to be so much quicker. I'm hoping by the end of harvest season we have enough money to buy the farm. I'm hoping so anyway. Miss you streaming in the evenings? Yeah. To be honest, dude, it's peace and quiet now, dude. The house is just mine during the day. I could stream on evenings, but you know, when the Dragon Lady's been at work all day, it's nice just to hang out with the Dragon Lady and do stuff she likes to do. If I was to stream on an evening, it wouldn't be farming. If I was to stream on an evening, it would most likely be Euro Truck Simulator. Because then at least that way the Dragon Lady would want to take part in it, and at least then I'm still kind of hanging out with the Dragon Lady. Yeah, by the time the Dragon Lady finishes work, you know, we cook a meal, we sit down, we have something to eat, you know what I mean? They're already talking nearly 8 o'clock. And me and the Dragon Lady, we kind of tend to be tucked up in bed by about 10:30 at the moment. To be honest, I go to bed early because it's warm in bed. I'm too cheap to put heating on. I was quite annoyed this morning that my heating triggered. I was quite annoyed that the hive triggered the heating this morning. I was like, oh, bugger. But no, then again on an evening, me and the Dragon Lady, we just light the log fire. And it's just yeah, it's just so nice. You sat watching telly with a meal in front of a log burner, do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, kind of like date night in a way without the date night, do you know what I mean? Just sat there listening to like a fire crackle and stuff. It's lovely and peaceful. Right, we're 92%, guys. We are 92%. We're getting there. We're getting there. There's putting the heating on. Yeah, well, my heating is triggered to a smart thermostat. If my heating triggers under, I want to say if my heating triggers under 17, it automatically kicks in for an hour and a half. The problem is when you're heating a house as big as mine, an hour and a half isn't really long enough, but it takes it, you know, it takes the chill off. The log burner does more. The log burner does more. So what we do is I sit in the living room with, say, the Dragon Lady, we're watching a bit of telly, the log burner's going. As soon as that log burner makes that living room hit like 30 degrees, we then open the door to the living room and then we spread that heat around the house and then we just, we do it that way. Yeah, mine's triggered at night. Yeah, dude, if I triggered mine at 19, it would always be on. I live in a massive freaking 6-bedroom house. It's, quite a cold house, but it's a cold house. Like my ceilings are 3 meters tall, so you know the high ceilings really do make you feel the cold in the house. Right, we're at 99% here, guys. 99%. Oh, it didn't. We gotta go up. We gotta go up. Oh, 0.5%. Here we go, and it's done. Literally. That's huge. I know, dude, I know. Technically converted 2 of the bedrooms into offices, so like the Dragon Lady works from home, she's got the small bedroom, I've got the downstairs bedroom that used to be my dad's. That's now my gaming room / office. But yeah, it's but obviously, you know, if we need to put them back as bedrooms, then all we have to do is just take the computers out and then put some beds in and boom, away we go. Back to 6 bedrooms. I wish I could walk. Yeah, dude, you'd be the same in mine. You'd be all right in the rooms, but the doorways, I think the doorways are only about actually, do you know what, I'm gonna measure a doorway and find out how tall my doorways are. I want to know if you can fit in one of my Victorian doorways. I need to measure it and find out. Right, so what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to head back to the shop. We're going to head back to the shop. We're going to pick up the cultivator. We might as well do the cultivating contract first, just to make it easier. Yeah, we have made some serious money today, and I am very happy with it. I'm very, very happy with it. Getting a bit foggy down here in the valley. I guess not. I don't know, dude. I tell you what, how tall are you now? Put your height in the comment in centimeters. I'm about to go measure one of my Victorian doorways. That was worth it. Right, come on then, how tall are you? I've measured the doorway. They're all the same in my house. I've measured. I know how tall my door is. I want to know if you can fit. You're 2 m 12. Really? Really? Yeah, you don't fit in my doorways. You don't fit in my doorways. My doorways are 195 centimeters, pal. 195 centimeters. I don't think that's bad though. It's not far off. Right, we might as well get a little bit of fuel as we are passing. Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, it sounds about right. Wow! We've just put just less than half a tank in. That is £376. Wow! The fuel on this map is expensive! Around my house, the doors are 1.85 m. See, I've got bigger doors than you, mate. What can I say? My house is just better. Right, let's go and pick up the cultivator first, guys. Oh, I've got hiccups. Right, there we go. So, field number 6. Wow, that fog is really rolling into town. Right, so we pull out of here, we turn right, and we just follow the road all the way up. I do believe, if memory serves me right, guys, this is a grass field. I believe field 6 is a grass field. Are we about to cultivate a grass field? An official monument, so I can't change anything on the outside. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough, pal. Right, hang on a minute, guys. Someone's knocking on my door. Right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Yeah, someone just knocked on the door. Right, here we go. Yeah, field number 6 is a cultivating contract in a grass field. Yeah. I can imagine, but I can imagine. I'd love a proper, like, old-timer cottage like that, do you know what I mean? That would just be, yeah, heaven, to be honest. Right, here we go. We are cultivating at 8.3 meters wide. That is one of the best things. 8.3 meters wide. That's better than the 5 meters we were cultivating at before, that's for sure. Yeah, I can imagine, pal. I can imagine. There's one thing though, dude. She doesn't struggle with the doorways. Oh, I had to. I had to. Wow. Oh, dude, I'm laughing so hard. My driving skills have just got worse, and they weren't great to start with. Oh, Jesus Christ! That gave me a giggle. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah. I tell you what, guys, we are kind of struggling a little bit, but I think it's because we're going slightly off. I'm just trying to clear up the edge of the field a little bit with that grass. You know what I mean? A lot of love in a tiny package. There's a lot of anger in that tiny package. You can't even deny it. Wow, that is... We've got more than 100 brake horsepower more than required. And it was still bogging down a little bit. Oh, I'm not denying anything. I know, dude. I know. I know. I know. You don't need to explain, short, angry person. I tell you what, though, dude. You know the next time she's been, like, really angry and, you know, at you? Just pick her up and put her on top of the fridge. Oh, sorry, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. There's the smokeless train. Yeah, just pick her up and put her on top of the fridge and tell her she's not coming down till she learns how to be nice. She might be up there a while. Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know why my steam train doesn't have steam. Like, if I log out and back in, it'll have steam. As soon as it goes off the map, it comes back with no steam. Right, well, this is 2 headland. The one good thing with this cultivator, we only need to do 2 headlands. Look how wide that was for 2 headlands. That is just the best. I think you missed the line of code when you copied. No, I didn't, pal. I didn't. That's the thing. I know because I checked it and no. Because when it logs in, it just doesn't seem to come back. Like, I log out and I log back in and it works. And then as soon as the train goes out of the map to come, you know, to do its circle, it just comes back with no smoke. And I really don't understand it. Unless it's a graphical setting. I'll tell you what, we are absolutely flying through this job. I knew we would. I get where you're coming from, but it could be the graphical setting that doesn't react in time for, you know, like when it spawns back in kind of thing. But I am loving how easy this is to just cultivate now, guys. This is... Oh. We are going to make some serious money when cultivation comes round. It works or it doesn't, like flow. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Like flow. Mm-hmm. In fairness, I haven't seen him in 2 days. He messages me all the time. I just haven't seen him in chat for a couple of days. Ah, quickly turn. Didn't want to hit that fence. 68% done already. We've been in this field a couple of minutes. This is just going to make... As soon as harvest season's finished, the cultivation work we're going to get through is going to be unreal. We will be starting the castle build this year, well, within this year. Yeah, we are going to absolutely make some money when cultivating comes round. Now I'm curious if grass fields disappear when I finish contract. To be fair, dude, sometimes it's just randomly, you know, it'll probably come up as a sowing job to replant grass in this field. I don't think it's more a case of the contract disappearing. It'll want replanting as grass. Farewell, grassland. Farewell. Nah, I don't know. I reckon it'll get replanted as grass. 89%, by the way, guys. 89%. So yeah, it's not quite as quick as the weeding contract. The hoeing and the weeding contracts were 12 miles per hour. This is only 10, but we are at 8.3 meters. It's kind of about the same speed as the old cultivator, but almost twice the width. I can't get over how much money we've made in today's stream. And like I say, we've left the game on ×5. And we're going to stream for about 2.5 hours. So we went from about 6 AM in the morning to about 6 PM. And that was about 2.5 hours in-game. 2.5 hours IRL. That's a good stream time in theory. Like I say, I could stream all day, I really could, but I want to do each video for YouTube in a different, you know, in a different live stream. So like if I was to carry on streaming now, I'd have to end and then re-go back live with a different game. And I'm not really into that, especially on a Friday. Like I said, the Dragon Lady does have Fridays off. We do tend to do some jobs around the house. And to be honest, I did kind of accidentally put my foot through a floorboard yesterday. I knew the floorboard was broke from the previous owners, but I did kind of put my foot through it last night. So I kind of do need to fix that today. Just so I'm... yeah, I know there's wires underneath it, you see, and I don't want to rip or catch a cable, and yeah, I just need to repair it. And it's an annoying job because I have to put the I have to take the wife's door off the office, take her office door off to get to the carpet trim that's underneath it. So yeah, kind of sucks. Do you have code to comply with? No, not when it comes to like floorboarding. There are certain things you have to apply for depending on the age of your house. My house is not in that requirement yet. So any changes I can do. I do have to have like building code for things like the new roof we had done. I had to get building, well, not necessarily building code, but I did have to make sure my boiler was in the correct place when I fitted a new boiler. Right, okay, hang on. Right, so we are going to cash in £4,200, £3,400. I do need to buy a couple more bags of fertilizer, guys. Look at that cultivator. My cultivator is wider. And cheaper. Right, we need consumables. Consumables. 2 of those solid fertilizers will do the job. There we go. Don't need 2 to do this job. No, those bags are wheat. They are wheat. We managed to pick up some wheat. We got 4,000 litres of wheat from the shop. For 365. I think we paid £365. And we got 4 bags for £365. It must be going out of date, mate. Must be going out of date. That's how I look at it. Is your multiplayer server up? No, not yet, dude. Well, I don't know. It might be up. But not on the map I want to play on. Yeah, dude, it is the Sales Plus mod. Get the chance of getting loads of stuff relatively... I don't want to say relatively cheap. You know, random things come up. Sometimes you do get consumables. But I bought it because as soon as we have enough land to buy the farm, we can now get a chicken pen. We have 4,000 litres of chicken. We can get chickens. You know what I mean? We don't have to be, oh, well, we can't afford the chicken food. We got the chicken food when it was cheap. Of course we can. Yeah, we could earn the money from it, dude, if to say. But I don't wanna buy it to sell. I feel like that's cheating. You know what I mean? If we're gonna buy cheap consumable items, we have to use it rather than sell it. I think I've gone the wrong way. Well, I have and I haven't. I should have turned off a bit earlier. We can still get to it. Oh, yeah. Sorry, with the chickens, yeah. So you think how many eggs and how many years of chicken feed I'm going to get 4,000 litres out of? So, yeah, you know. Cheap money. Yeah, I did go the wrong way. Right, I just want to say something, right? Giants, if you ever watch this stream or you ever find out, I feel like you missed the opportunity when you added the old school Rover Mini in. You should have made them all the colour of Mr. Bean's car. Just saying. This is the farm we're wanting to buy, guys. This one here. Right. Yeah, I do feel like they missed the opportunity there to put Mr. Bean's car in. He added the car, just not the colour. And the new ones with the British flag on the roof. Oh, yeah, but to be fair, dude, you can't even fly a British flag in England anymore. But yeah, I agree. Do you recommend any good maps? This one, Saxlingham. I quite like Pelegni. Why? Oh, apparently if you fly a British flag now, you're classed as racist in this country. Literally. Apparently we might upset the people that come over on a boat. That shouldn't be here. And I will say that. I'm not going to go any more political than that, but yeah, that is the reason why. We might upset them. Right, that is 70% completed on this contract. That is very, very good indeed. That is very, very nice. I'm going to try and stick to this line as best as I can without turning GPS on. Let's go all the way up there. A little bit missed on the corners. It's not the end of the world. We do have a little bit in the middle we need to fill. We're at 92% right now. 94% right now. How do you download King mods? Go to the website. Go onto the mod you want to download. Then click download. It'll take you to a web page of the modders choosing. And then... follow the on-screen instructions. Now I can't go into any more detail. It depends on the website they use. I tend to use share mods. There we go. So that is another contract down, and it is 6 PM in the game. And there is another. That contract basically just paid for the fertilizer we spent. But I think overall, not bad. Yeah, there is. There's more hoeing contracts, but not where I want to be today. So yeah, I think, to be honest, that is I think that's maybe going to be a good place. We did get something come up in the shop. What work came in now? Right, it is... Wow! Oh, we can't afford it. Can you imagine pulling weeds out with this one? I don't have £100,000 to spend. But guys, we have got £46,000 in the bank right now. And we need 101. We are almost halfway to our goal. But harvest season is August for these carrots. Let's have a look. August, July. We have 2 more months before we can start doing pea contracts. But then we can do peas, carrots, parsnips, onions, sugar beet, spinach. Spinach is due in June. Oh my god. We've only got 1 more. Right, so we do have enough money to buy the harvester again. I know it's going to be 30 grand spent, but that will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... That will give us 6 months of harvesting contracts. Are there any good mods on there? Do you know what? I put a couple on there. I'd like to think mine are good. They might not be perfect, but they're not bad. Yeah, and then obviously once you've downloaded the file, you go to the My Documents folder, you go to My Games, you go to Farming Simulator 25 folder, you open that one up, and then you go into the mods folder that then is listed, and you basically just drag and drop the mod you download from King's Mod into there. You then close all that down, load the game, load the map, go for the mod on the mod page you want on the loading of the map, and just activate it. And away you go, really. And that is pretty much how you get mods from King's Mod into your game. Oh bugger, I could have turned left there. I could have turned left. Yeah, it's not that it's actually, but like if you've already got a save you want to add it to, you do have to add it to the save you want to be on. That's very true. Right, I don't think that's done too bad. We started about 6:30 in the morning, guys. We've been live for 2.5 hours, and to be honest, we are now at nearly 6:30 in the evening. So a 2.5 hour stream is about 12 hours in game. That's not bad. I'd like streams to maybe be about 3 hours long, but it does mean we would have to drop the time down to ×4. The problem is with that is we'd earn too much money in a month. Although, I don't think it really matters. Tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to have a little bit of a tidy up in this yard because we're kind of making a bit of mess in the shop yard, and I feel like the shop owners, they might get mad with us if we keep spamming all the yard with all our crap. I am curious though, if we had... Wow. We paid £350 for the thing. We could get £1,400. Not bad, you know. Not bad. 350 could go up to 392. Like I say, when you play on the hard economy, it is very, very difficult. Like grass, best price is £50. Green beans, though, they're a good contract to do. Green beans, we need to get on the green beans. Peas are a fantastic price, so we need to get on the pea contract. Spinach is absolutely shocking. Yeah, we've made some money today. Where is the finance page? It's already down here, isn't it? I have already. So we have sold 690. We've sold £700 worth of vehicles. We spent $9.25 grand. So we basically spent $8.5 grand on new machinery today. We spent £160 on fuel. No, on what vehicle I don't know what the vehicle cost is, but we paid £160 for vehicle cost. Oh yeah, sorry, we repaired the cultivator, didn't we? We've obviously spent £376 in fuel since we last filled up, so that's not too bad for 2 months. We've spent £11,520 on fertiliser today, which is a lot of money. Bear in mind, we do still have some left, but guys, overall contract income today was £54,500. Wow, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. Now we're going to put this down here. The yard doesn't mind us doing this. They know we're a self-employed farmer, you know, trying to make the money, but we had to store somewhere. Do you know what I feel like we should be doing? I feel like we should be paying maybe like £1,000 a month storage fees at the yard, you know, down here, just to like, it makes it a little bit more difficult, but at least we're paying something for filling the yard. I can't move those items there though, guys. We do not have a front loader. It's a buddy of yours. If it's a buddy of mine, he's charging £2. Flo owns the dealership. He's charging me £2. That's seen bad days, hasn't it? Yeah, we have enough money though, guys, to buy a harvester, and we don't need the harvester till the beginning of June, so we can start spinning. Spinaches are not great contracts, so this is the problem I'm going to have. We could buy the harvester in June. We could do some spinach harvesting. Yeah, they're the only root crops that are ready in June. Or we could ignore them in June, do some more contracts for the income. If we can earn another 54 grand in the next 2 months, like tomorrow in May and June, we would have enough money to just buy the land and the harvester. Do you know what I mean? That's how I see it anyway. But guys, with it being Friday today, I am going to say I am unsure if there will be any streams over the weekend. If we do some streams over the weekend, I can imagine we will be playing a different game. I'm not 100% sure. So like I say, I'm not sure if there will be streams. I'm not sure if there is a stream, what game we will be playing. just because, like I said, the Dragon Lady's not here. It gives us a chance to have some longer streams. If we have longer streams, we can play some SnowRunner, which is also a co-op and cross-play game, if anyone is interested. But yeah, as I say, I am going to end stream here, guys. Like I said, we've done 6 till 6. We've done 12 hours. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in stream and having conversation with me. Thank you to the new followers, the subscribers. And until the next time, guys, I'll see you all later on. Bye for now.